Shalom, everybody. Welcome to Universal Truth of Mankind. I am Dave, your host, and welcome to the Genesis Walk. I recently had a discussion with a good friend of mine, a gentleman who is in the 70s. Like when I say 70s, I mean like 71. Very, very intelligent man, very curious man, a man that I've learned to listen to. He is a Gentile. He loves God. It's all I need to know. And he loves to read and study. And he loves to read the Torah and contemplate things. And one of the things he started to contemplate was in Genesis 6, when it talks about the sons of God, what is it talking about? Well, what I told him was this. First of all, the Torah was not written in English. It was written in Hebrew. So we have a lot of baggage put on our shoulders because of the way things are written. The word God is thrown out a lot. We even see this in archaeology a lot, where they'll use the word God flippantly. And when I say the word, I mean the actual word God, G-O-D, very flippantly in their analysis of various cultures. And they say, oh, this was a God, that was a God, here's a God, there's a God, everything's a God. It's the way typical archaeologist likes to think. My grandfather loved archaeology. He was a armchair archaeologist. He couldn't go out to the sites, though he wanted to, but he would read everything he can about the site, look at every picture he can about the site, and then he would try to interpolate and put the pieces together and come to various conclusions. And he taught me a lot about archaeology and some of the fallacies involved with it. So let me give you a different perspective of who the gods are, okay, that was being spoken of. The word God in German simply means judge. So it means somebody who has authority over you. That's all it means. Well, humans have authorities over us. The mayor has an authority over me. The chief of police has an authority over me. My wife has an authority over me. That's a joke. You understand what I'm saying here. You can't call every authority God, which is what they end up doing. So I took this idea and I told him this. I said, well, this is what happens with archaeology. And he loves archaeology. He's tried to go on archaeological digs as well, this gentleman that I know, but has not been able to work it out properly. The COVID is what 19 is what killed one of his opportunities recently, back in a few years ago. But he was so close to going. Okay, enough of this. So I was talking about sons of God. So what are we talking about? Well, the Hebrew word for God there is Elohim. So it means plural. It's a plural word. So you could say it means gods. But in Hebrew, there's no capital letters or lowercase letters. So I said, let's make it lowercase g. So we can say the Elohims, or the sons of little g God, of some authority. I said, and they come from the sky down. Could we be talking about something from above? After all, the word El, which is singular, simply means guidance from above, force from above, strength from above. That's all it means. That could be applied on so many levels. And without the context of the passage, you don't know exactly what you're necessarily talking about. But being that these beings could have relationships with human women, The only side effect was giants versus normal, what we consider normal height humans. Then we have to say, is it possible that there are humanoid type beings, maybe that are out in space somewhere? Aliens? I wasn't there. Is it possible? Absolutely. Don't be afraid to ever contemplate that possibility. Don't ever be afraid to say, you know, I've been thinking about this alien thing. And space aliens, stuff like that. I think there's some credence to this. There's so much information coming out, so much thought on it. Should I be think about it? Yes, by all means, think about it. You have permission. Put it into your calculator and think it out. I know this is a little different than the normal Genesis walk type of a thing, but I felt because of the conversation I had, people need to understand they have permission from the script, from the Torah. Yes, contemplate these ideas. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Shalom, shalom.